This is one of the most boring, generic fucking slasher films of the 1980s. This is Matt once again, continuing my journey through 80s horror films. I have this DVD because years and years ago, I was trying to collect as many slasher films on DVD that were affordable. Because I was thinking at the time, one day I was going to do this marathon of 80s slasher films. Then a lot of things happened, didn't work out, but now I'm doing it now. And final exam, I don't mind this tagline, send me to pass the test. God help the rest. God help you if you watch this fucking flick. Fuck this flick. Boring, generic crap. I don't know. What the hell do I even say about this? Couple making out of a car. Killer jumps on the car. Pulls guy up, stabs him in the hood. Girl dies by a fade to blackness. You don't see her get killed. Just fades to black and then she dies. So the fade to black, I guess, killed her. The movie takes place at Raynor College. It's the week of final exams. One of our leads is this nerdy student that got on my fucking nerves that I wanted to deck, not the person, but the character. Deck the character in the nose till his nose blew up like a water balloon of blood. This nerd is annoying, saying stupid lines like, I can't help it, I'm brilliant. And after that kill, like, nothing fucking happens for, like, I swear, like an hour of the movie. Because what follows is, I guess, them trying to establish these characters, but there's nothing to establish. There's nothing there but the fucking air. What? You have an asshole jock. You have another guy who kind of almost one of the head guys that listen to pledges for the fraternity, and those two guys are friends. You have the nerdy guy, you have the lead girl that there's nothing to her, no personality, no backstory, nothing of value of or interest or anything. She's about as memorable as fucking white Wonder Bread. You have this really stupid thing that, of course, would not cut it for a second now, where this fraternity fakes a mass shooting at a college in order to have more time to study for exams, or just to fuck with people and fuck with pledges. I'm like, wow, just wow. I'm not a prude. I'm not. Far from it. But yeah, I mean, of course, now that there's been a lot of mass shootings at schools, this scene would never see the light of day in today's age. But even then, for a movie back then, it's not that I'm offended, it's just for the plot, it's stupid that all these people get are a slap on the wrist. Is that like the scene bother me, or, oh my god, I'm appalled? It's just, I'm appalled by stupidity within the movie where the cop, you young hoodlums. And then the coach is like, well, and he's a fucking redneck coach. Well, I thought it was kind of funny myself. Go back and watch Jeff fucking Foxworthy, redneck. That's not an insult to rednecks, just an insult to this redneck. And that's not an insult to people like Jeff Foxworthy. Hell, I like Ron White. Well, this guy's probably more the guy who likes Larry the Cable Guy movies. This fucking redneck. Well, I've got for myself, I'm a city fucker. New York City. He might as well be saying shit like that. And people like treating it lightly and no one gets in trouble. Hell, the nerd Granted, I was annoyed by his character, but he called in the cops, which is a smart thing, and the cop gets mad at him. Well, I guess it was a prank, and the cops like get mad at him for calling. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it was a prank. Someone would have called the cops anyway, and the cops would have thanked and shook the person's hand who fucking called. Not fucking say, well, maybe I'll haul you in. Yeah, you don't haul in the kid who called that there was a mass shooting. Why are you so hung up on this? Because that's like a good chunk of the fucking movie is this stupid shit. And it's fucking dumb. Insanely dumb. And then you finally get another kill in this slasher film. Well, actually, no, not yet. I'm sorry. I got too far ahead because the jock and the other frat guy, they get this younger pledge to go. They want him to steal tests for the fraternity, and he does. They tie him to a tree just in his underwear. They put ice cube in his underwear, and like the movie's trying to get us to know about the lead girl and the nerdy guy, and there's nothing there. There's nothing to find out. Nothing at all. That's why it dumbfounded me that this got a fucking Blu-ray, yet a film like April Fool's Day doesn't. Or Murder by Phone, which is a much better movie, doesn't have one. Hell, the fucking Golden Child doesn't have a fucking Blu-ray, but Final Exam does. The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, you get a Blu-ray from overseas, but in the U.S., nope. But we got Final Exam on Blu-ray. And then finally, the pledge guy, someone lets him loose, and he gets stabbed to death. And that's the first hour of the fucking film. So let me recap the first hour of the film. Couple making out, guy gets stabbed, girl dies by faded black, nerd being annoying, fraternity faces a mass shooting, put this pledge, tie him up to a tree in his underwear, put ice tubes in his undies, then that guy gets stabbed to death. And it's not that gory. That's the first hour of the movie, folks. After that, you're in the gymnasium, the killer beats the fuck out of the jock real quickly, and the killer, there's nothing, literally nothing to this killer. There's nothing to his look. He has no mask. He has no outfit. He's just a regular bloke. There's no backstory as to why he's doing it. There's not one iota of, oh, he's from an insane asylum, or there was a prank, or there's nothing to it. It's just some random guy. Which, you know what? In another movie, maybe I wouldn't have been bothered because, okay, that'd be different. Because sometimes there are just random, killers who just kill randomly. Maybe if it wasn't part of a boring movie. Strangles the jock with a weight machine. Stuffs his body in a locker. Body's upside down. Nerdy guy finds it. Tries to call cops. Tries to warn the lead girl, his friend. Killer busts through the door. Kills him. I'm like, thank God. Because that nerdy guy was getting on my nerves. With his voice, his mannerism, the dialogue he was given. Maybe it's not the actor's fault. It's the writer or the director. But this character was annoying as hell. This woman gets killed just from another stabbing. No variety or creativity with the kills. The other frat guy, this here, it shows you that most of the kills could be on the back of the fucking DVD. That's how little of kills this movie has. Most of them are on the back of the fucking DVD. There's a guy being choked. the girl being killed. This is the killer pops out of a barrel as if he's fucking Donkey Kong and stabs the guy in the chest. I mean, really, that's most of the kills right there. Other than the two at the beginning, the nerdy guy killed through the door, and the pledge guy in his underwear getting stabbed. The lead girl gets chased around campus. The coach comes by with his bow and arrow. One cool thing the killer does is the killer actually catches the arrow in midair and then stabs the coach with it. I'm like, wow, something kind of different happened. Lo and behold, something different happened. It was kind of interesting. And then the lead girl just beats the killer with a piece of wood until he falls off the banister, and when she comes down, he grabs her and she stabs him to death. Stabs 12 times. Then sits down, cries, and the movie ends. And I want to sit down and cry with her because I watched this piece of fucking shit. Directed by Jimmy Huston. Written and directed by Jimmy Huston. So he wrote and directed this piece of shit. So it's completely his fault, since he wrote and directed it. And for some fucking reason, this has features. Commentary with producer, on-camera interview with cast members, and a trailer. If you like the film, you can be my guest and explain to me why. If it's the characters, what about the characters are there to like? Even this, by Christian Sells of Retro Slashers. Jimmy Huston's 1981 campus thriller Final Exam was an above-average effort which benefited from an atmospheric score and impressive use of shadows. Impressive use of shadows? What fucking movie did you watch? I didn't notice any fucking shadows in this movie. I don't even remember the score to this movie. And that says something that the best review to get is a reviewer calling it above average. And I'm sorry, it's not even that. That's an insult to above average movies. Hell, I didn't like To All a Good Night, but I watched that than this because To All a Good Night actually, it's a bad movie, but it actually had some different kills, variety of kills, and there's some moments that made me laugh at the film. This movie's too boring to laugh at. You just watch this, you go, this movie's fucking pointless. Fucking pointless. You know what? You don't even need this fucking disc. All you need is this. Just you're getting the same goddamn entertainment value if you stuck this in your DVD or Blu-ray player. But there's nothing there. Exactly. Watching the fucking air is just as much entertainment as this fucking shit. Literally, without a doubt, one of the most boring, generic slasher films of the 80s. Actually, that I've ever fucking seen. There is nothing to this film. Even New Year's Evil had a title song that was kind of catchy, and that was the only thing worth a shit in that. Terror on Tour is a piece of shit, but at least, okay, you know, a band called The Clowns, that's really still nothing, but something glimmer above this. Generic killer, nothing kills, nothing characters, nothing pacing, nothing happening for an hour. Nothing note of dialogue or music or development or cleverness or creativity. This movie, piece of fucking shit. It sucked my fucking ass, licked my dick. But if you like the film, to each their own. But thanks for watching. Take care. Stay tuned for another review of another 80s horror film. I guarantee you'll be a better one than this. See you guys later. Bye-bye.